Coming at you, Stuttering John. Stuttering John went out, and I
Boy, was that a rousing reception.
Thanks, guys.
John is, you girls at home, John is wearing no underwear.
And he's single.
Yeah, and he's single. Aren't you lucky?
Imagine that.
Everyone wants John.
Hasn't been caught yet.
Let me explain what happened here. We sent John out. You know what happened with Morton Downey? If you watch the show regularly, Morton Downey I guess he smacked you in the face.
Kind of, like push-punched me, you know?
I don't know, although I didn't see the punch actually land.
Yeah.
He says he hit his hand and then he pushed
He kind of, pushed my face and hit, the hand slipped up and hit my forehead, but my back has been killing me ever since.
Are you suing him?
Yeah.
You will be suing him?
Yes.
You have an attorney and we'll sue Morton Downey?
Yes, I have an attorney. The famous Dominic Barber.
Famous Dominic Barber will be suing
Well, it's interesting because I heard that Morton Downey is saying, wouldn't any man have defended his lady
His lady.
The whole thing
John had put his hands on
only
them?
that his lady is saying that I didn't even touch her on camera, you know?
Is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
Well, then I think you've got an ironclad case. But,
why even go to court?
What we hear from his finances, you might be collecting the year 2050, Nostradamus says. So anyway, okay, so we sent John out to a press conference, and this was for the Dalai Lama. See,
now, who is the Dalai Lama?
Dalai Lama is God. All right? Now, don't tell that to my statue, because he'll be angry. But the Dalai Lama is supposed to be God, okay?
He's the exiled leader of Tibet.
Yeah, that's right. And he's the guy you pray to if you don't want to stutter anymore.
A holy man.
Richard Gere is into the Dalai Lama.
I think he worships the Dalai Lama, yeah.
So the Dalai Lama's there, and he, barely speaks English or anything, but Richard Gere is the host of the night, and Connie Chung was there, and John just, hassled the crap out of everybody.
Are you sure the Dalai Lama doesn't speak English? Because I saw him 2 nights ago on TV, and he seemed to understand that reporter.
I don't know, he kind of phased out of that English mode when...
It might have been just John stuttering.
Let's see what happened, all right?
He speaks broken English.
Broken English.
Like you.
Like me.
I would like to introduce Buddhist monk,
Gere.
the temporal and spiritual leader of the Tibetan people, the 1989 Nobel Peace Prize laureate, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet.
Now, mind you, nobody wants to ask questions of the Dalai Lama, except for John. They all want to talk to Richard Gere, star of Pretty Woman.
Good turnout.
Yeah, bad applause, though.
Oh, look at how he comes into a room. We ought to try that.
No, that's Sinead O'Connor.
What was it like to wake up one day and realize that you were God? What was it like to wake up one day and realize that you were God?
Now, you see, the Dalai Lama is handling all this. Richard Gere starts freaking out. He's freaking out.
I don't know. He looks like he's looking for help.
Yeah, well, he doesn't understand the question, but Richard Gere starts to flip out.
Okay.
All right?
He said, oh, God.
That's Sinead Lama.
That's a very strange one. How about another one?
Okay, all right. Do people ever say, hello, Dolly?
These are very odd questions. Dean, It's too hard to explain that.
Now, firstly,
Now, you see, the Dalai Lama digs John.
Richard Gere's just only trying to get away from this area.
He's like, he's Sean Penn, trying to get away.
you see, Buddhists do not accept the theory of creator, God Almighty. So you see, there is no point to feel, you see, that kind of thing. And then, of course, I myself, you see, always, you see, described, I think, in deeper way, just another human being.
See, he's answering.
Another human being who are practice and follow.
Grasshopper.
That's my chest.
Grasshopper.
Circumstances permit.
Right.
A Buddhist monk. That's all.
That's it.
So that gives me some kind of, I think, you see, mental rest.
And Richard Gere's praying to him?
I guess.
The guy doesn't understand? What the hell's going on here?
He was tearing when the Dalai Lama was talking.
He was
You're kidding.
Richard Gere was totally enamored by this guy.
He was into it. All right, but at least he answers your question.
Oh, yes.
He's cracking himself up.
What a joke.
No, there you go. So then,
man.
John is really there to talk to Richard Gere, but Richard Gere doesn't want to know from John. All right? So here's what happens there. Do we have time for this? Okay. So Richard Gere...
John's questions are too hard for Richard Gere.
Yeah, right. Check this out.
Hi, Rich, guys. Any questions? Hi,
You're a wacko, man.
Hi, I'm John.
You are a wacko.
Okay, 3 questions, Rich?
Richard Gere is
He's
real...
giving you the cold shoulder?
Oh, he gives him the cold shoulder for a full 5 minutes.
Oh, man.
And he's real good at it, too. But John is relentless.
I went to 3 seen maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Can I ask you a question, Richard?
Yeah.
Hi, it's John from Howard Stern Show. Did the broadcast. Will you be around?
You're crazy, man.
Okay,
No. But today it's great.
You take these 2 as a test I did for John.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Can you give it to my secretary? You should be glad to take it.
Why'd you go bottomless and breathless?
Oh, man.
Yeah. This is terrible. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I have to talk here to Connie. Connie, why don't you come out here?
Well, Connie Chung shows up, and he's still blowing off John, but he's going to talk to Connie. See?
He's reaching through the crowd to grab Connie.
Yeah,
grab
right.
John.
John's just totally making him nauseous. It's pretty cool. But John doesn't still give up, right? You're still going for it.
No, I'm going for it.
He's going for it.
Oh, man.
What a reporter, huh?
Oh, Connie gets one?
No. I just want to ask you this.
Connie gets one before me?
John's moving in.
John's outraged.
Richard, do you love the Howard Stern Show, Richard?
He's blocking him out.
I want to get you over here. You can't go in.
Now, and the cool thing happens next. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Stay tuned through these commercials, and you got to see this. We'll be back right after these words.
It's Tower Records Tune Into Music Sale. Thousands of hit titles on sale now. Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. Roger Waters' The Wall, live in Berlin.
Hey Jude, don't let me down.
Or Nebworth the Album, all specially priced. Don't miss the great Tune Into Music Sale now at Tower.
My feet begin to hurt. I don't get anywhere to sit down. Yuck.
He wants to go home.
You mean you like going?
No, I hate going.
I'm Cy Sperling, president of Hair Club for Men. These men called Hair Club's toll-free number, requesting our informative booklet about thinning hair. Probably the best call they've ever made. Inside is everything you need to know about hair replacement, including this complete objective bibliography. You'll learn about toupees, weaves, transplants, the misconceptions of minoxidil, as well as Hair Club's non-surgical strand-by-strand method, which adds carefully matched top-quality human hair to your own hair. In no time, you'll have a natural-looking head of hair that lets you lead a worry-free, active lifestyle. No chemicals, no surgery, yet it feels like a part of you. The price is based on your degree of hair loss. And remember, we stand behind it. If you want more facts free and without obligation, you can call this toll-free number for your free booklet. Consultations are free. And by the way, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
Yeah, all right, so now we're back with Stuttering John. He's in pursuit of Richard Gere with the Dalai Lama and Connie Chung. So what happens next is a pretty cool move at a press conference. They make up a rule just for John.
The John rule.
Yeah, tell them about this.
They decide that nobody's allowed back in to talk to Richard.
You know, I can't ask him a question on camera. He can't explain anything.
Because there's a time limit on this show.
I know.
Well, no. Well, his bodyguards decide that everyone's allowed in except me.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that was good.
That
yeah,
makes
okay.
more
I get
sense,
it.
yes.
Yeah, that does.
I get a little nervous.
I know you do. All right. Okay.
Whew. It's only, yeah.
Just watch this, though. The guy makes up... You got to listen carefully to this. The guy makes up a new rule.
Anybody coming, going out, stays out. Nobody comes. We got to go.
So the new rule is, if you leave the press conference...
You can't get back in.
Yeah, let me rewind that for you. You got to take a look at this. Wait a second. This is impossible to rewind. Here. Okay.
Do you love the Howard Stern show, Rich?
Yeah, I want to mention
New rule.
You can't go in. Anybody coming, going out stays out. Nobody comes. We got to close the room down.
So why are those guys allowed in? I have my equipment in there, though.
Where's your equipment?
It's over there.
Let's get it. We'll take it out. All right? Okay.
So if you leave the press conference, you're not allowed in, except everyone else is going
Yeah,
back
there's
in.
tons of people
Yeah,
walking right by.
Except for John, but it's a new rule.
And they're going to get John's equipment for him.
Yeah, they don't want to tell him just get out of here. They're doing it in a nice way. So, you know, this is the Dalai Lama. He's got
it's
it.
a peaceful environment.
Yeah, right,
you know.
yeah.
Well, hold on. Let me get on the other guy.
Where's the other? All right, go get the other guy.
So where's your bag?
How are you?
Can I just ask Richard a question? I'm outside. What do you think I am?
You're blocking the Thank you.
No more than anybody else is.
No, you have the main entrance.
What?
Move to the side.
I am moving to the side. Which side?
Where am I?
Try and be specific.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Richard. I'm not going to bite him, you know. You love the Howard Stern show, Rich? This. I've never been so dissed.
Pretty embarrassing.
You love the Howard Stern show, Rich?
Not today.
Man. Take care, Rich. I'll see you, man.
Bye. Take care.
That was that.
John was the only guy who asked Richard a question and asked the Dalai Lama a question. So that was pretty decent. And then John goes after Connie Chung. Watch this.
You're an amazing man.
There's more to that tape, too, but somebody took it all out. I don't know where it is, but it's really where some women start yelling at John also.
Oh, dear.
What happened to the women, Gary?
So they weren't yelling at him, but there was just a really funny part where John started to edge towards him, and it was like, John was like, they treated John like he was Pigpen. You know what I mean? They all, like, moved out of the way, and they looked at him with utter disgust.
Yeah, they really almost vomited. Anyone who was looking at him at the press conference just started vomiting. That's all it is. All right, now watch this. So he doesn't give up, and he goes after Connie Chung.
He's going to get an interview.
He's going to get an interview,
somebody.
right? He's just hassling everybody.
Connie, can I ask you 3 questions? I'm John from the Howard Stern show.
Hi, how are you doing?
From Tape the Broadcast. How are you?
Great.
Are you familiar with Howard?
Sure.
Is it true that have you fantasized about him at all?
Only you.
Are you a Jew? Connie, are you a Jew?
Did you say what?
Are you a Jew? Connie, come on, answer a few questions. Please, it's for Howard. It's for Howard. It's for Howard. It's for Howard.
Go ahead, get it.
You smoke pot. Huh?
He doesn't give up. He goes right into the car.
Bye, Howard.
Why won't Maury come on the show?
Anytime.
What?
He's got the mic up to her car.
Huh?
Through the glass.
Why won't Maury come on the show? What? Come on. Roll down a window. Let me talk to you. Come on, Connie.
She doesn't look pregnant, Robin.
No, not to me either.
Unfortunately, she does not look pregnant.
What's the matter with
That
people these
face-to-face
days?
with
Nobody
Maury.
has a sense of humor.
Hard to believe, isn't it? Well, there it is. John, man. Going for it once again. You got to hand it to him, huh? You got to hand it to him. He really goes for it. That was a good job.
Thanks a lot.
Very good job. And you didn't get punched. It's amazing.
No.
Yeah, that's amazing. The restraint of Richard Gere is amazing.
You know, if Richard Gere had punched you, it would have been worth like $10 million.
I know. I got to lose it like Morton Downey did.
You get Morton Downey to punch you, you're in line in the bankruptcy court.
Richard is aware of his bottom line and keeps his hands in his pockets.
That's right. I think Richard Gere knows when he's dealing with a nut, and he knows to avoid him.
You are a wacko.
Yeah.
Come on.
Plus, I don't think Richard Gere wants to appear bottomless in this particular thing. And he didn't want to talk about being bottomless in that movie. What was it? He had a small
Yeah, little one.
Small weenie?
Yeah. I totally fell out of love after seeing that.
Is that right? Well, Robin, you know, you shouldn't be like that. You know, when a guy gets excited, it can grow to enormous proportions.
Not that much. Not from that side.
No? Impossible?
The blood would rush from his head.
Yeah, I know. He would pass out if it grew that much. We'll be right back.